Sports psychology is something that I think I've touched base on a lot in general, but I think it's also something that has a lot to do with mindset. And mindset coming from a Marine, coming from a college baseball player, coming from someone that has actually done the damn thing and realize, what it takes to push through to get through the day by day, to keep pushing when it's hard. Someone that understands day to day life as well, but also understands when it's time to get down to the nitty gritty, he can actually get shit done and get work done. So, but do you want to stay your MLS or no?
Yeah, so
Tell them like
yeah.
what you do in the military.
So I'm an 0311 in the United States Marine Corps. But yeah, it hasn't always been a clear road for me as far as personally kind of where I want to go and what I want to do. Like I didn't always know I wanted to be a Marine. It was kind of something I did after the first year of college. I went to Wharton County Junior College to play baseball for a year. I wasn't getting the degree I wanted, so I ended up thinking, coming back from after we got released for that year, came back home, started talking to some buddies, and I just decided that I didn't want to go back. So I ended up going into the Marine Corps, and I figured it would be an opportunity to kind of grow, mature, expand, and kind of find who I am and what I want to be. And that's what it has been for me the past four and a half years. Been in for about 4.5 years since the end of I can't remember if it's 2015 or 2016, but yeah, I've been in, and it hasn't always been a clear like picture for me. I'm just now starting to get down that road where I'm starting to think of the future and
Right.
who I am and what I want to be.
But
And
you
all
were
these
always
things.
you were always, and I'm not gonna cut you off just because we're trying to run that time, but
Yeah.
you always you always thought about the future regardless of, and that's what I also want to clear up on, because we also talk about time in this podcast, and we talk about serendipity. You know what serendipity is?
I don't know.
So serendipity is, to break it down, we said in the first podcast, but serendipity is the process, right? It's the process of getting to where you're going. Put it that way, right? But that process being positive, not negative. That's what serendipity is, right?
Okay.
So being positive, not negative through that process. We want to like, and trust me, there's going to be negativity. We're not saying that you can just diss the negativity. It's not going to happen, because there's negativity everywhere. But to be able to pull out the positivity in the shittiest, literally the shittiest amount of times, that's what truly makes you mentally strong as well as physically, and everything else follows.
Yeah, like going on what you just said right there, I think the important part for a lot of people that I've seen, talk to, and just kind of been studying in my own way, like, because I'm interested in the psychology of like the average human being and what everyone feels. Everyone feels the same in certain type of ways. The situation may be different, but the feeling you feel is similar to a lot of other people. And one of the things that I would try to push and drive, and what I'm going to talk about on my podcast, is how, like, even though things are negative, things are down, you could be having the worst possible time, but looking for the life lesson, looking for the good, and even in the bad, so that way you can like enjoy the good and kind of be happy where you are, so that way when you get to where you want to be, you're now and you're that's who you want to be and what you want to grow into. So kind of just looking for what life is trying to offer you even in the bad times is what I'm trying to push across. And me personally, I want to be that that bridge for individuals who are trying to venture into this kind of topic, this
Military,
this mindset, anything, literally.
Anything
Service
that,
members, sports players, anything. Hopefully at some point in the near future, I still have a long way to go, but I plan on being successful, and I hope to be that figure that people can look to say, hey, this guy was where I was, he is where I am right now, or this and that, and he's doing all these things, and if he can do it, then I can do it too. And that's kind of the goal of like my podcast, is to not only push the word that we're trying to pass, but also kind of just sharing my life experience to show people that they're not the only ones going through tough times, and that if anybody can do it.
But that right there, guys, is 100% what you like that's coming from a Marine that's been in it, that's coming from someone that has grind. I guarantee you, if those of you that have been through boot camp, some people may say boot camp ain't shit, but I guarantee you that shit is mentally, if not physically, I know it's physical, but mentally fucking abusing.
Yeah, so
tell them like
yeah.
what you do in the military.
So I'm an 0311 in the United States Marine Corps. But yeah, it hasn't always been a clear road for me as far as personally kind of where I want to go and what I want to do. Like I didn't always know I wanted to be a Marine. It was kind of something I did after the first year of college. I went to Wharton County Junior College to play baseball for a year.
Touching back though on starting up again from Wharton, like no matter what, we were always thinking about our future, right? Like if it was either baseball oriented, work oriented, if how we were gonna make money, if we were gonna work in the refineries, if we were gonna do this, if we were gonna do that, we were always thinking about our future. So don't ever down thinking future, thinking ahead, thinking 10, 30, 20, 40 years ahead, because the younger you are, the earlier you think ahead, the better it is for you. Obviously, when you're young, your mind's a little different, so you're not thinking about every little thing that you could be thinking about, is what I see, but you're still learning, and every lesson and every problem in your life will help you and get you to that mindset that you need in the next 10, 30 years, right? So what I want to touch on is like when you were leaving Wharton, when you finally said, all right, besides baseball, and it's not that you had enough, because school is business oriented, guys. School is I'm sorry, but school is starting to take your money. Eventually, I hope it's not like that, but you can teach yourself almost everything on YouTube. Stop there, because that's another subject. But and we're going to touch on that later in our podcast. But right now is more of that mindset, leaving Wharton, right, and saying, hey, look, I know I was a good ball player. I know I was a good ball player. Trust me, I didn't want to leave when I left Oklahoma, but same thing, kind of the same shoes. Me and Jay, we wanted more, and we knew we could get more, so we went and looked for it, right? We just did it, and it's something that maybe it was a burnout stage, maybe it wasn't a burnout stage, maybe it was, just a sight of revelation where, wow, I see a whole new world here. But no matter what it was in our future that we saw, we went and got it. We didn't hesitate to go for it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like for my whole life since I was about 4 years old, especially with you, you were involved in a lot of it. We were on the same teams. Your dad was a coach, literally from as far as I can remember, to all the way up until my last day of college baseball. That's all I knew. All my friends were from baseball.
Yep.
My whole life revolved around baseball.
Same.
Everything. So for me, choosing not to continue that path was a big change, because that's literally all I knew. Everyone I knew,
it's crazy.
The sport provided me everything, which I'm very lucky and blessed for, and I'm glad that I had the opportunity to play at a high level and to meet the people I met and have the experiences I did. But I think that choosing to join the Marine Corps was necessary in the process for me to grow. So that's one of the things I'm barely learning now, that I'm towards the end of my military career.
And how long have you been in?
I've been in for about 4.5 years. I got a little less than 2 years left, but I'm glad I have the mindset I do now, and I'm surrounded by the people I am, because I'm ready for the next step, and I'm just looking at the next 2 years as an opportunity to grow and expand on what it is I'm building now personally. So there's a lot of big things that are coming soon for me personally, whether it be individually or that other people can see as well. But yeah, one of the things I want to say is, like, just because you're comfortable with what you're doing in life, and if it doesn't mean that's the right thing to do. And I think a lot of people make decisions based off comfort, because that's where your mind retreats back to.
Yep.
And you hear it on a lot of podcasts. We probably sound like broken records for people who are listening to similar podcasts of people who are more well known. A lot of people talk about the same thing, but it's true, because it's
what it is.
Psychology is relates to everyone, and the human mind, regardless of the situation you're going through, is similar. So one of the things that I would say to people who relate to me or relate to you, or want to reach out and ask questions or anything like that, or talk to anyone, just ask. And you never know where you're gonna end up. And if you're hesitating or thinking about making a decision to change your life for the better, just all I can say is just jump and do it, because you never know where you're gonna end up. You miss all the opportunities you don't take. So
Yes,
at
sir.
at the end of the day, if you make the wrong decision and you're not where you want to be and it wasn't the right one, at the most you look at it as turn the negative into a positive.
Yes.
And you learn from it. You learn what not to do, learn what you need to do next, and continue to grow and expand. But if you continue to stay in your comfort zone and where you're not happy, you're just going to continue to get eaten by that circle of life, and you're just never going to get out.
You gotta move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, dude, you said everything I could have possibly wanted you to say, in that you cleared that shit up. See,
Yeah.
that's the exact reason why, guys, especially, he's the first guest on my podcast. There's a lot of people that I said you were going to be the first guest. Apologize. CA Shrink 75, I apologize because you were the first guest, but we changed that out because this guy has so much insight, guys. And I'm telling you, I'm not just saying it to say it, I'm just saying it because he's my best friend. But like 100%, there's a lot of insight that this guy has, and I know where his mindset is. And I say it all the time, my circle is small, and I only keep a few people that have certain mindsets around. And this guy is one of them. This guy is going to be a part of, I'm sure once he's out of the military, another year?
Another year and some change. Year and a half.
Got you. So, I mean, after that, I'm sure you will be seeing a lot of him in who knows where I'll be by then, and who knows where he'll be by then. But, we are eventually going to collab, and it's eventually going to blow up. That's why we're doing this now. So in the future, in another year, we're going to be able to see how far we've become, how far we've grown.
As far as business wise, I want to get into real estate and kind of get my name out there and do those types of things. But yeah, my future is in the process, and I'm kind of doing a lot of things this year to push towards that. So we'll see where I end up. But like I said, all along the way, I'm going to take in what I can, soak in what I can, aim to be better every single day. And even if it's as little as just learning to be thankful for what I have and what I do have, what life has to offer. And I'm just kind of going to go with that, and hopefully pass that on to someone else who feels the same way or who wants to get into that way of thinking. If you don't, then there's nothing wrong with that. If you feel like everything that we're saying is wrong, then more power to you. You can do whatever it is that you want in life.
Yes, sir.
And if that's the thing, then hey, go do your thing. But if you relate to us and you want to watch more of us and you feel the same way, comment, do your thing,
subscribe.
And just talk to us. Talk to us. I'm a normal dude, and I'm nobody special. I'm just another guy trying to push that word. And
both of us.
Trying to be better every single day and kind of help other people be better as well. So that's my goal.
100%, man. And, like I said in the beginning, me and Jess have known each other for a very long time. This guy is, there's a lot of people that wanted to start the podcast out as the first guest, but everything this year for me has panned out the way I wanted it to, and time is a huge factor. But when it came to social media, remember this, I didn't rush it. So don't rush it. If you have the tools and you have the skills that you need to implement that and take that on, do it. But all you need is a phone and a record button.
Mm-hmm.
All you freaking need, guys. So chase that. And there's a lot of kids. Chris, shout out to you, Chris. He's a young kid.
Mm-hmm.
Met him through TikTok. Angela, Leander, shout out to you. It's just, Chris has actually shown tremendous amount of support, obviously, but just passion for social media, guys. And I promise it's worth the ride. It's worth the chase. You never know where it's going to take you, guys. There's so many ways to market and network online. What's your Instagram handle? You know it by heart?
You can find me on every single platform at Justin Noyola. Just type in Justin Noyola in the search bar and it'll come up.
You kept it the same?
Kept it the same. My page is public, so you'll see Marine Corps pictures and stuff like that. So don't be afraid to give me a follow, shoot me a message.
Have questions about Marine Corps?
Give me thoughts on what you want to hear, what you want to see. Literally anything. I stay in Southern California, so you guys will probably see some. Once I start my podcast, I'll start showing you guys my life over there and kind of what I go through, and maybe do it like a day in the life or something like that. Anything, just to show you guys that I'm just a regular guy, and I'm trying to push the psychological growth and just personal growth overall. So it'll be more oriented towards self improvement, but there'll also be some guys who I bring on who are also military, and we could just have some drinks and talk about anything under the sun that you guys are interested in talking about, or anything that we feel like we want to talk about for no reason. We're not doing it for
Money,
necessarily any money, views.
crazy.
Like, I don't care if 5 people relate to it and 5 people love it. That's all that matters to me. So
it's all
that's
insight,
all I care
guys. All insight, and that's why this guy is. I'm telling you, I'm taking him with me. I know my circle. I know my mindset when I see it. And this guy, I've been friends with him for long time, man. Since we were about 5, maybe 8 years old. So, and I've known his mindset ever since. We're close. We still, you know what I mean. Even from distance, we're close. This is someone I definitely want you guys to listen to, and especially if he starts getting his podcast going, guys. We need to be on his podcast. We need to be on his TikTok. We need to be on his Instagram as well. He's got wisdom, guys, and I know there's a ton of people in the military. I know there's a lot of young kids out there, younger youth, guys a little bit younger than me, that you're looking for a way out. You're looking for advice. I always say, still, if you're interested in baseball, chase your baseball dreams. Don't stop. Don't quit. Email coaches, DM coaches, get into email. Make sure they know your damn name. Shake their hand. Walk up to them. Go to showcases. Everything you could possibly be doing. Email 5-10 coaches a day. Anything you could possibly do to network, to market, to land a scholarship. You understand what I'm saying? Get your name out there. But on top of that, if that's one thing. If you want to go grind on TikTok, but post 4 or 5 times a day, guys. Post every single day. Post on the same post you post on TikTok, throw it on Twitter, throw it on Instagram. You need to be working all platforms if that's what you want to do to grow. So, but also, that's what we're getting. We're getting all aspects of life, guys, and at the same time, we're also getting the military aspect. This guy has so much insight on the military. Well, not just the military, but the discipline, the mental stability, the drive to actually push through day-to-day life in the military, guys. Like, that right there is something that, personally, I will never experience. I would be honored and love to experience something like that, and I still think about it to this day. And I was like, fuck, what if I would go in and, like, as a cameraman, just go through boot camp just to see what boot camp's like, and sign up for like a camera.
Yeah, there's a lot of avenues you can go.
There's tons of stuff.
So one of the things I want to add on that is, like, one of the most important things that I can say to anyone who's trying to better themselves is to surround yourself with people with like mindsets, right? So one of the things that I want to do here is shout out some of the homies that I know back in the Marine Corps that have helped me get to where I am and where I want to go, and who I hope will be a part in it as well. So we got Wyatt Stiles, guy from Missouri, good dude. He's about to get out of the Marine Corps as well, and he's gonna go do good things. I already know that.
Experience.
I got my boy Corey Van Pelt in Dallas, Texas. He's doing good things over there. He's gonna be very successful, I can tell as well. And my boy Michael Sensis, we surf together, and he's very smart, always willing to help someone, and kind of on that same wavelength as well. And then also another one of my best friends is Christopher Quesada. He's doing good things. He's been out for a couple months, probably a little less than I don't know how many months, but he's been out and he's doing really good things. He's also going to be successful, and I wouldn't be where I am or where I'm going to go without those guys. So I just wanted to shout them out. I'm not sure their social media handles, but if you ever see them tagged in a post, I'll definitely have them.
I can add them in one of these videos here. I can put their social media handles. I can put them below too as well. It's something I definitely want to do. If you get them all, it's a little bit of work. It's gonna take some time to edit, but
that's fine.
We're definitely gonna do it. We're definitely gonna get it out.
Yeah.
This would be definitely the second podcast that I want to have out. So.
The name drop is just what I wanted to add in there. I made sure it was okay with all of them.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's experience, guys, and that's what I'm saying. He has literally inside. He's still in the military. He has inside detail, and even if that's not what he wants to capitalize on, guys, that's something he can definitely give you. All of them can give you insight in. I'm sure you're living together. They're together all the time. They're able to. They're always hanging out. I know that. They got not all the time on their hands, but they definitely have some time to check their messages, check their stuff.
One of the things we're always doing is we're always looking for ways to get better.
We touched up on serendipity. We touched up on a little bit of marine stuff, a little bit of life stuff, a little bit of happiness, positivity, a little bit of negativity. We this guy has been with me for a long time. I told you that his mindset is exactly where I want it to be, as well as mine. And we stay on that same wavelength no matter how far we are apart, and it's been that way for a long time. So you can be expecting a lot more stuff from us, and if you like it, share this, like this, a certain part you like, let us know. Let me cut it, snip it, and make it a TikTok. There's a lot of stuff that's going to come out of these podcasts, and we've known that for a long time. I've just been trying to get them on all 4 platforms for a very long time, and it's taken a little bit for that. And obviously we're going to show him how to do that so he can get his podcast going, and you can listen to him. It's all about marketing, guys. It's all about networking one person to another. That's how you grow. And that's what I've done to become any kind of what success I have right now. So, and it's obviously worked just a tad bit. I never thought I'd get a fucking 9-to-5 job that pay me to just do social media. So, just by that, imagine what is able to come out of social media, real estate, marketing, businesses, anything that has to do with social media, guys. There's so much involved in it, and so much ways in areas that you can grow, you can use to help you grow. But that's mainly it, though. So I'm gonna stop talking right now. I'm gonna end this podcast.
Yeah. So one thing I want to say before we cut it off and end this one is I want to say I'm pretty sure you feel the same way. It's feedback. Please tell us anything and everything. I don't care if you think it's bad or not. Just say anything. I promise you will not hurt our feelings. Say whatever you got to say, and I'm going to use it as a way to get better and hopefully be someone that you enjoy watching eventually. So
that's what it's about,
don't be
guys.
afraid to say something if you got something on your mind. And, hopefully you guys watch more of our content, his and mine as well. Hopefully we'll be back on this together soon.
Yep. Guys, that's Justin Noyola, Marine, my boy, best friend, been with me forever, ball player, ex-ball player. I mean, there's so much insight, guys. Thank you. If you are still listening right now, this is going to wrap up our podcast, guys. This is the 2nd episode. We're going to actually drop one hopefully the 3rd episode pretty soon, but I'm going to try to get a guest on for everyone. But if you liked this video or liked this podcast, please like, subscribe wherever you are right now. Follow, do whatever you got to do to keep getting the updates from me. Follow us on TikTok, guys, Shadowbanned Community. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Keep sharing the posts. Keep grinding. Stay positive. Be kind to one another. And we'll see you when I see you. Peace.